Hello! Please ignore my messy house. Welcome to a vlog. I have tried so many times this last month to start a vlog, and now it's almost the end of June, so that's great. It's going to be fucking hot this Sunday. In my hometown, which is like an hour away from where we are now, it's gonna get up to 115. 115. It has never surpassed 107 in Oregon ever. This is terrifying, okay? So we're gonna fucking survive together. This is what we have. It's a miniature AC, and we're gonna hope that that keeps us from getting heat stroke. So we've got that, and today I'm gonna be cleaning. Our house is a disaster. That's just chaos back there. But our house is a disaster, and I'm also gonna set up the pool. Apparently, fucking Brad. Apparently the owner of our property has like a pool that's like 12 feet by 5 feet, and it's only like 3 feet deep, but we're still gonna set it up, and then we're gonna play in it with Otto, and hopefully that will also help with the heat. We have cement floors, and like the trees shade the barn, so it doesn't really get hot downstairs, just upstairs. So I'm hoping that will be okay. Today I'm gonna go get some extra supplies from the store over the weekend. My biggest fear is that the power goes out, because there's also like a lot of fire potential, so there's always a possibility they'll cut the power if there's a lot of fire hazard around here, and then like obviously we can't use the air conditioning and stuff. So hopefully that doesn't happen. So that would be fucking terrifying. So I'm just gonna stock up on some good like non-perishables, get maybe like a week's worth, and then yeah, and then try to fucking chill the fuck out. But today I need to do the dishes before anything, because I have been procrastinating it. This is Otto's slobber. So yesterday I finished reading Saltfish Girl. It is so good. It is so good. Please read this. Today I'm gonna be starting Dear Santran by Meg-mb. But I am doing a specific reading vlog for that for my patrons. So if you want to see more about that book, then you can go become a fairy godparent patron. And then I think today I'm also listening to the audiobook for In the Quick by Kate Hope Day. I'm almost done, only like a couple hours. And I'm liking it okay. It's like space drama in like a space suspenseful way. And that's pretty good. And then I am also going to... I need to read The Impossible Resurrection of Grief, because our live show for Climate Fiction Book Club is in 2 days, and I haven't read it yet. But it's only like 73 pages, so I think it'll be fine if I read it this weekend. I've been in a big reading slump, which is also part of why I haven't filmed anything. And also I haven't been able to edit anything because I didn't have storage on my computer, but I got a hard drive, and everything is good to go, so I can make videos again. Hooray! So yeah, that's like what I'm listening to currently, but I did also download the audiobook Cool for the Summer by Dahlia Adler, which is just like a cheesy YA queer thing. And then I also downloaded Oval by Elvia Wilk, which I'm interested in. This is more literary fiction. That's what it looks like. But it's also climate fiction, and this like person moves to like a sustainable living place, but it's like shit goes wild. I don't know, but it sounds really interesting, so I'm gonna read that after I finish In the Quick. And yeah, I have some other books like on my TBR. I really failed at my TBR this month, but it's fine. I was bound to burn out eventually because I've been going really hard this year. I'm still 25 books ahead of schedule for my Goodreads goal, so that's fine. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I also today want to set out like little things like buckets of water for the wildlife because it's going to be so fucking hot. I think it's going to reach like 109 here, which is still insane. And yeah, our little fair weather creatures out here are not used to that, including myself. So I'm going to set out some water like near the forest trails and stuff. And I'm also going to pick up some more water from the store, just so we have drinking water. Okay, but first, auto, and also dishes. Hello, I have received a package in the mail. It is addressed to me and Otto, so I don't know who it's from, because I didn't order anything from Powell's. Oh my god. Andrea! And it's this book! The Natural Mother of the Child, a memoir of non-binary parenthood. I've been wanting this book for so long. I'm so happy. I mentioned it in the group chat. Oh, it's like mixed media. And then Andrea was like, Andrea and Sarah were like, Sage, don't buy it. There's pictures of babies. Wow. It's gonna be so good. Look at this color. Wow. I am so excited. Thank you so much, Andrea. I think that she's also gonna send Otto some gnome picture books. Just amazing. Amazing. Hello, what an angle. This is funny. I guess I could just put it on here. Hello. So, update. I think I got sunblock in my eye or something. It really hurts. So I finished In the Quick today by Kate Hope Day, and I thought it was okay. Not anything super special for me, unfortunately. I think if you're interested in like suspenseful in space, I would suggest Do You Dream of Terror 2. I think it was much more interesting and accomplished that like stressful in space vibes a little bit better. Okay, I did put this book on my 65 LGBTQIA plus releases of 2021, and it is very barely queer. Like, there's literally one scene where the main character is looking at a camera view of like the bunks in their like shuttle or whatever, and there are two girls who look like they were holding hands. That's it. So don't expect great representation in here. Also, this was for Angel's Patreon buddy read, by the way. Angel really liked it because she said she likes books where the main character like literally does not evolve as a person or like grow at all, and that's true. Like, the character's really just there to have like other characters move around her. It's kind of bland. The plot was also a little bit bland. It's just like nothing about it was very memorable, and it didn't feel super engaging, you know? It was one of those audiobooks where I was like, I think I could listen to this a little bit faster because it's really not something that I need to like pay a lot of attention to get the story, because there's just not a lot of story. So I finished that, and then, oh wow, bringing a clear mattress in. And then I started Oval, and I am halfway through Oval now, and this is also kind of a boring book. It's very like literary fiction, climate fiction, I guess, It's like that depressed woman moving through the world situation, but in a like sustainable eco village, I guess, in in Berlin. And I don't know, it's like pretty boring, not too much plot. Like the plot is just like grief and like identity as a climate activist and being really privileged and being able to party every night and live off your trust fund. And like I just don't, it's kind of giving me hope that like rich people are not going to be the ones that anyone, well, these rich people who like think that like sustainable eco villages are like the only way to survive the apocalypse. Like that's not who I need to worry about, you know? And this is really validating that for me. There is also a character who's like definitely a Zionist, and I don't know if that is like intentional to make this character kind of like she also is like obsessed with The Bachelor, and I think maybe she's just trying to make this person like an unlikable person maybe. But yeah, there were some like weird things said about Palestine in her dialogue, unfortunately. So I'm like, it's just kind of boring, but I'm already halfway through, so I might as well trudge on. But I do think that there's a bigger conversation to be had about like these books that mostly I find in the literary fiction world that are about like depressed women, or just like written by depressed women also, which, you know, that like auto-fiction situation. But there's like a bigger conversation that needs to be had about like how problematic so many of these are. And I'm not saying like you need to read for like good representation, and I understand that a lot of these books have unlikable characters intentionally and like problematic behavior intentionally to like create a specific kind of character, you know? But I do think it is a little bit like the author's responsibility to also have some kind of like bigger commentary on the world if they're going to use these ideologies to like make someone like a more like unlikable character, you know? Like you just have to go a little deeper. And I've noticed in the literary fiction books that I've read that like sometimes that isn't really a thing that is dissected as much as I would like for it to be. And I think that's also why even like as a white person I am like so hesitant to read a lot of like books by white authors, because I know that like obviously we have the privilege to like write dystopias and like write a lot of these things to like make problematic characters from the privilege of like not living the like under the repercussions of that, and like just the ability to fictionalize that in itself is a lot of privilege. So I don't know, I just think there's more to be said, but I'll leave it at that. That's where I'm at. I haven't read anything physically because I've just been doing stuff all day. I am gonna put together our Wildfire Go bag bucket thing soon, and I'll show you what's in that if you're interested. I think it's kind of interesting. But on my way home, I stopped by the mailbox, and there was another package for me. So Cody thinks that I just buy myself things off my wish list and pretend that other people got them. And like write fake notes to myself. Oh wow. Alright. There's a note. Is there a note? No. Oh. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. These are from Kelly. Kelly is always sending me books, like literally every month. This would be a great code name for me sending myself books on my wish list.
Kelly.
But this is one of my patrons. Kelly, thank you so goddamn much. Wow, oh my gosh. Okay, she sent me The Wild Kindness, which is like a cute little compact book. This is a psilocybin odyssey. I saw that Sean got this recently and I wanted it, and it's all about like the ceremony of eating mushrooms, and I always think that that is a very interesting. Oh, this author Bet Williams has a podcast about it, about psychedelics and culture. And then Otto got a book, And Tango Makes Three. This is a book about gay penguins. So we love that. Oh my god. So sweet. Okay. They didn't spend much time with the girl penguins, and the girl penguins didn't spend much time with them. Instead, Roy and Silo wound their necks around each other. Their keeper, Mr. Gramsy, noticed the two penguins and thought to himself, they must be in love. This is so cute. We should read this to Otto right now. And then she got me The Magic Fish by Trung Lee Win. This is so beautiful. This is a potential, I think this might end up being the pick for my July Patreon buddy read, and Kelly said consider this my vote for July's buddy read, so good thing that it is also the most voted one, so that's great. I am not sure exactly what this is about, but you know, it's a beautiful and brave and amazing graphic novel, according to Jean Lun Yang. Oh, and Tilly Walden. Yeah, and the art is really cute and beautiful. It's like pen work, and has like color blocks, you know? Wow. What an amazing day of books. This is great because my TBR cart is getting, it's like, you know, the top shelf is, there's some room.
It's dwindling.
Yeah, there's some room. And I would, you know, if I had a better reading month, this would be even smaller, but I think it's good. It means that I have room for like 10 more books. So. It's so fucking hot. I think we're up to like 95 or something. Ugh, it's just hot and sticky. We set up the pool. It's not going as great as I hoped it would. Oh my god, it's fucking hot. Feels very nice. Sorry for the fan sound. I think might be done with Oval. I don't know, I'm not feeling very motivated to listen to it, but I did just download Summerbird Blue, which I was recommended by a subscriber when I read Sharks in the Time of Saviors, and they said that this is similar and that I'll really like it, and it's like takes place in Hawaii, and I'm going to Hawaii in August, so that would be, you know, good to like get me excited for the future because right now it's very much, you know, hyper focused on the end of the world. But our house is a mess. Did I say that? I need to finish the dishes. I don't have too many left. And Cody needs to finish the laundry. Look at that. It's all laundry. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna start listening to Summer Bird Blue. I've been reading Dear Santhron. Y'all, this book is life-changing, but I'm not gonna talk about it here because I'm also vlogging it for my Patreon. So yeah, you can check it out there if you're interested in my thoughts, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a pivotal book in my life. Okay.
Nice job. Yay. Nice job. Yeah, yay. Nice job.
Oh, it is cool.
Nice
huh?
job.
Yay!
Oh.
Wow! Very cool. Okay, that cool. Hello. Alright. It is. I'm updating 2 vlogs at once. Don't mind the laundry behind me. The dishes are done though. That was my job. So I am reading Dear Santhron and it's amazing, and I'm updating the other vlog about that for Patreon. But I also finished The Impossible Resurrection of Grief by Octavia Cade last night, which we had our live show about this morning. And that went really well. We had a lot of good conversations about climate grief and a lot of other stuff. And we kind of decided like the direction that this book club is going is that we're like a climate grief therapy group, which is just very fun and necessary for all of our existentialism. But what else did I tell you? I finished Summer Bird Blue as well. I just finished the audiobook for that. I downloaded this new video game. It's called it's called Cozy Cove, I think. And it's very cute. You just help out these ghosts on this island and you're like a spirit scout. It's very wholesome. It's a very much like Stardew Valley-esque kind of game, but not farming. You're just helping little spirits. And so I've been playing a little bit of that. Cody's been playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 or 2? 1 and 2. It came out as like a collection on Switch. And Otto's just been screaming their little face off. And anyway, my feelings about Summer Bird Blue are that it's a YA. It's very young adult. It's very much about a like 17-year-old girl who has to go live with her aunt in Hawaii after her sister dies, and her mom kind of sends her there, and she's like dealing with the grief of losing her sister while also being really frustrated with her mom for sending her away and not like helping her through the process of grief. And she meets some friends, and there's really good asexuality rep, like where most books like kind of start by like ace baiting you, I guess. making you think that it's gonna give good rep, and then they're like, oh, just kidding, this person's like in a relationship now and like is not asexual anymore. But this one was actually very good and had like the process of the main character like going through it and figuring out what it means to be ace and also aromantic, I think. And yeah, that was really good. It didn't give me as much of the Hawaii vibes as I wanted. There's a cool like old man neighbor who's very much like kind of like the, what's the old guy's name in Karate Kid? Yeah, very Mr. Miyagi vibes, like silent or quiet guy. You don't get to know him much until like you figure out and that he's had some trauma and death in his own life, and yeah, so that was pretty good. I don't know what I'm gonna listen to next. I'm gonna keep reading Dear Santoran. I have downloaded on my phone that Ursula Le Guin nonfiction. It's like kind of about, oh, No Time to Spare. I think it's like commentary on climate crisis and society and stuff. So I might listen to that. I also downloaded Parable of Talents, but those are both like pretty sad. Maybe I should consider something happier for my mental health. I'm not sure. But I'm happy to just be like clear of any, other than Dear Santoran, like I don't really have any other commitments for the rest of the month because I've already blown off all my buddy reads. So I'm just gonna like read whatever I want for the next few days, and I think also in July. Like I have a few buddy reads that I pushed to July that I might try to finish, but yeah, we'll just see. We'll see what happens. We're hot. We're very warm. Hello. Alright, it is now Monday, and it's very windy. It's a little concerning for fire hazard, but should be okay. I'm headed down to the pond. I'm gonna actually film another video as well, but I wanted to update the vlog. I finished Dear Santoran and I just posted the video for that up on Patreon if you're interested. I also started listening to Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado. I started listening to that today, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue it because I just really don't know if I'm like in an appropriate headspace for that. I'm also reading, I started The Wild Kindness, A Psilocybin Odyssey by Beth Williams, which was in the beginning of this video. Yeah, I just started reading this and I'm really liking it. I like that it's like psilocybin and psychedelics in general, but from a decolonized perspective. Because every other book I've read about mushrooms is like by Terence McKenna or Ken Kesey, and it's or even like the Michael Pollan book. It's like very much from a colonizer's perspective or like a white man's perspective. Also, it was really interesting on the first page she talks about, or they talk about, I don't know the author's pronouns, but they talk about how the idea of like going to, or people always ask them if they know of a therapist to take like psilocybin clinically, like in a psychotherapy setting, and they're just like it's not that deep, just like eat the mushroom. And like the way that we've like clinicalized this like literal fungus is just really kind of silly. So that was kind of cool because I definitely have put myself in this mindset of like, oh, it's only like safe to do mushrooms if it's like if I'm like with a professional or something like that, which like I've done mushrooms before, and it was completely fine. But yeah, it's interesting to like consider just how colonized everything is, even like the process of, especially the process of like taking medicine, spiritual medicine specifically, that has just been conceptualized and like conditioned to be seen as this drug from the war on drugs and from the Reagan administration, but also just the way that it has evolved. I mean, yeah, I'm sure like if you were, I mean, yeah, like so many people in my life, I'm just now convincing my dad that like taking shrooms and anything is better than drinking whiskey every night. So it's all subjective, but also like you can see the way that things deteriorate you and things that help you grow. And it's very obvious that under white supremacy and under capitalist structure, the things that are more heavily marketed and where there's more rhetoric behind them being a good thing are the things that are going to ultimately deteriorate you. So yeah, I think that's a wonderful thing to think about. I'm also really interested in how mushrooms are used in the end of life, for people who do have a terminal illness, who take mushrooms just to help them cope with the idea of death, to help you get closer to the idea of death, and like that in conjunction with when you do die, how mushrooms can play this role with your body. Like there's they talk about in this book this person who has created like a mushroom suit, essentially, that you put over a corpse and it decomposes you really effectively. And it's cool because like when trees die, part of the trees is like downloaded into the mushroom's system. Like cellular data is then like given to mycelium, which is just really cool. That, I don't know, it's like a tree's soul is like living on and being documented in these mushrooms that continue to live as like one of the like largest encompassing organisms on the planet. So mushrooms are just very cool, but it's cool to see them in this book in a spiritual sense and not just like either really clinical way or really sciencey way. I'm not that far into it, but I'm just excited about it. Yeah, I'm gonna see if my camera will let me film this video or if it's gonna die. We'll see. You get to be in a vlog, so does Vesper.
I want to see her pretty eyes. Oh, there they are.
She's got such a gorgeous face. It's so unusual. Ooh.
The picture you posted on your story, I was like, that might be the most beautiful cat I've ever seen.
I know. She was rescued from the streets of Tucson as a very small, scraggly kitten.
Aww.
Yeah. Nursed back to life.
Hello. The baby's sleeping, so I need to be quiet. I am a little bit further into the wild kindness and liking it a lot. I just really like the way that it's coming from like a decolonized perspective, although within that, I will say I don't think the author is like an indigenous person, and so in a lot of ways she herself is colonizing like the ceremony and the process and then like writing this book and profiting off of it, right? So there's like, it's not perfect. But it at least is looking at it from a very like analytical and critical lens, in how psychedelics have just been very clinicalized and taken away from their origins. So I like that aspect. I'm also learning some really cool things, like the way that mushrooms, well, okay, the largest living organism on the earth is a honey mushroom, and it's in Oregon. I kind of want to go visit it, but it's just like a system, like underground, that's just, I think it spans like 5 miles or something. I'm learning a lot and enjoying it, and I'm gonna try to finish it tonight, because it is the end of the month, so I'm probably gonna wrap this vlog up today. I decided kind of last minute that I'm going to participate in Camp NaNoWriMo next month. And so for Camp NaNoWriMo, you can set your own goal, which is nice. One of my manifestations for the year is to finish not just the draft, but also like the revisions of a speculative sci-fi novella. And so I'm working on plotting that a little bit today. But I'm also working, so it's not going to be well plotted at all. I'm currently watching this video with N.K. Jemisin about narrative worlds, and it's all about like power dynamics within world building, which is really interesting. I really want to take her masterclass, but I'm not sure if I am ready to fork over $180 for a 4-hour workshop, you know? I would be able to like take other masterclasses if I signed up for it, because it's like you can only do a year subscription. So let me know if you have taken that, if it's worth it, if you think I should sign up for masterclass, because I'm considering it. Yeah, and then what else? I think that's it. I'm just gonna like work on that, and then in the vlog, the next vlog, I'll be working on my novella. It's like 1,200 words a day, which I think is doable. I can usually write like 1,200 words in around like an hour or so. So I'm hoping that if I just dedicate an hour to write every day, I'll be able to do it. And then I also am working on a chapbook that I am looking to submit. So a place I want to submit it to that I actually got a poem published in as well has just opened their submissions for chapbooks, so I might try to submit there. And yeah, I'm making this shit happen. I'm gonna be a writer, okay? Mark my words. I'm gonna be a full-time writer by 2022. You heard it here, folks. Yeah, thanks for watching this vlog. Sorry I didn't like wrap up this book nicely. I'm sure it'll be great when I finish it. And you can watch my wrap up. That will be posted probably shortly after this. I was gonna show you my wildfire box that I totally forgot. I'll do that later in another vlog. Okay, bye.